You think your bathroom is the dirtiest place in your home? Think again. Research by the National Sanitation Foundation shows that 3 of the top 5 germiest spots of the home are found in the kitchen. And that sponge that you use each day to wash your dishes, yeah, that comes out on top for carrying the most bacteria. They even suggest that you should microwave your wet sponge for 2 minutes every day to help kill the bacteria, which I will definitely be doing starting tonight. So, to sum it all up, kitchens are gross and they need daily attention. But why is it so hard to keep them clean? Well, first of all,
what's for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's for dinner?
And second of all,
can I have snacks?
here you go.
Please.
And third of all, it just seems like everything is stacked against us. I mean, of course, our kitchens are a mess. We're constantly cooking in them. And just when we get them cleaned, our kids are hungry again. Seriously, they're always hungry. Why are they always hungry? So what's the point of even cleaning the kitchen? I'll just let it pile up until dinner and take care of it later all at once. Of course, at the sacrifice of any time to ourselves at all, since that's the time that our kids go to bed and we finally have a chance to relax. But nope, we're too busy catching up on dishes when the only thing we should be catching up on is ice cream. Well, enough is enough. Some things gotta change, and it's gonna change starting today. Can I get an amen? Amen, sister. So don't you go anywhere, because I'm about to show you how you can wake up to a clean kitchen every day without giving up all of your free time. I'm gonna teach you the 5-5-10-10 method. Yeah, that's a mouthful, but honestly, I couldn't come up with a better name. I swear I thought about it for like at least 15 minutes. Okay, so there are 2 main problem areas in the kitchen that we need to focus on. Dishes being one of them, because they never end. You know, they're just always there, present in our sink, taunting us. No escape, forever shackled to them. No hope, no love, just soap and despair. Oh, I'm sorry. Talking about dishes always puts me in a dark place. And the second problem is the mess we leave behind after we cook. You know, the dried up food on the counter, the breadcrumbs that fell on the floor, the garbage you filled up while cooking, the microwave handle that probably has mashed potatoes on it. I want you to think of this as one big task, okay? The after dinner cleanup. Now, I actually have an official name for this task, and it's called the kitchen shutdown. And I just happened to create this brand new free checklist for you. So please grab that from the description and tape it to your cabinet door. It's going to help you walk through the cleanup so that you can have a clear direction. All right, so we've nailed down the big 2. Dishes and the after dinner cleanup. Most of us already know they matter. It's common sense, right? But here's the real problem. We spend way too much time doing them. I mean, there's absolutely no reason you should be stuck in the kitchen for a whole extra hour after cooking. That's just insanity. And I know you're doing it. I just know. Intuition, I guess. I don't know. But we're going to fix that today using the 5-5-10-10 method. Oh my goodness, I need to figure out a better name for that. So the method is simple. We're going to start with the 5-5 part, which is the lunchtime dishes. Because if you want to be successful with keeping up with the dishes and not spending all of your downtime at the sink tonight, you need to be doing your dishes throughout the day when you're home. So for the lunch dishes, we're going to dedicate just 5 minutes to doing them. And you see there's another 5, the 5-5. The other 5 minutes is for the kitchen shutdown. And do you see this timer? Yeah, you can barely see it because I need to change the batteries. But listen, you have to use a timer because the timer is actually the secret to cleaning for less time. When we set a timer, it does something to our brains. It puts us in a hustle that makes us move faster and get more done. But really important, okay? Are you listening? When the time is up, you need to stop cleaning. Doesn't matter if there's only 5 dishes left in the sink. Doesn't matter if you didn't get to sweeping your kitchen. You need to stop. Because if you give yourself permission to be done at the end of the time, that will also make you move faster. Because you really want to finish, right? You want to walk away with everything done. And knowing that you only have 5 minutes will stop you from checking your phone, which is a huge time sucker. It'll stop you from getting distracted in general, so people with ADHD, this will help keep you focused and it gets the job done quicker. And I'd also like to argue that you'll get even more done than you imagined you would. I feel like I need to make this argument for using a timer over and over because so many of you are hesitant to do it, but I'm telling you, this is the secret ingredient to cleaning. It's the secret to cleaning as little as possible while simultaneously getting probably close to the same amount done. Okay, anyway, so that's the 5-5 part. Moving on to the 10-10, which you probably guessed is for dinner. So you start with 10 minutes of dishes. Again, time yourself. And then when the timer's up, you move on to 10 minutes of the kitchen shutdown. Remember to use the checklist. It's in the description. Completely free. Print it off. Put it on your fridge. It's going to help remind you to set your timer, and it will also help you to know what to clean. And with this kitchen shutdown, you won't be doing the same thing every day. The goal is not to check off this entire list. The goal is to get to the things that need to be done most first, and then if you have extra time, you could take care of more. But it is not a to-do list where you need to check off every task. Just do what you can, and when the timer goes off, you're done. Go watch TV, read a book, do something fun. Sometimes the reason these tasks can take us so long is because we don't realize how much we're being pulled in every direction. We can't focus. We start to clean the dishes. Next minute, we're switching the laundry. Then we're picking up toys. Then we get a text from Aunt Sally of a cat video. And now we're watching cat videos for 20 minutes. And the dishes are still not done. And the kitchen's a total disaster. But setting your timer will help keep you focused. No distractions. I only got 10 minutes, Aunt Sally. Your cat video can wait. And yeah, maybe I need to switch the laundry. But I can switch it when this time is up. You see what I mean? So grab the checklist, do the 5-5-10-10 method, maybe recommend a different name for me in the comments, and watch how much it improves your life because you'll have more time to spend with your family, and then you can get the kitchen cleaned and be done by like 7 p.m. Doesn't that sound amazing? Now this kitchen shutdown is just one part of my cleaning routine. I've actually created a full routine that helps you to stop wasting hours each day cleaning while still getting great results. So if that's something you're interested in, then check out this video on top to learn more, or click on this one below to see my 10 lazy cleaning habits for a clean home for those who are too tired to do much cleaning at all. I've got you covered. I'll see you there. Or there.